There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I... This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil to one Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I... This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil to one Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil to one Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I... This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil to one Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I... This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love.
Good morning, guys. Welcome down to Livewire. It's really great to be here with you. It's the 8th day of January, and we're rolling through. Special good morning to all the persons joining us on the live. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Do remember, the kids are back at school today, so be a little extra careful on the roadways. And guys, share the live for me. Share the live. Share the lives. A lot of things for us to discuss this morning. A lot of things happening in Guyana. And I keep saying the development is happening at a breakneck pace. Up to yesterday, I saw somebody. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. It was under the post of the president in New Amsterdam at the Saturning. And the person say, they got so much Saturning right now. He getting ning with all these Saturning. He getting a turn. Right? And that's to show you how things are progressing in the country, how things are moving forward under the leadership of His Excellency Dr. Mamdouh Fernali, and with the political guidance and mentorship of a General Secretary and a Vice President, former President Dr. Barrett Jagdeo. I don't see how things can go wrong. We have been progressing steadily, and we have been seeing mountains upon mountains upon mountains of evidence of development and progress in less than a full political term, right? So, hats off to the PVPC administration for implementing plans and policies and also being able to, well, I just said it there, implementing plans and policies, not just having plans and policies, not stealing plans and policies, not lying to people to tell them that this was my idea and somebody just came and did it when you know it was not your idea. You know that you had no ideas. You know that you couldn't move the country forward in any shape or form. You understand? So before I get into it, I just want to say morning to all my Livewire family. Guys, as you come on, please do me a favor. I don't beg y'all for money like Sherrod Duncan and David Hines and Rickford Bork and Smelly Smell and Mark Benchcrap and whoever else begging y'all. All I'm asking y'all to do is give me a share. One quick click. Even if you want to give me a share, give me a like. At least the algorithm gonna see it and they gonna make it available to more people. But I still want me a share. Give me a share. So morning to Pam Singh on the live already. Morning to you, Chris, Tony Gangadin, Paul Joseph. Morning to you, brother. Veer Badra. Veer Badra. Hoping that's it, brother or sister. Lynette Cornelius, morning to you. A blessed Monday to you, Lynette. Shout out to my boy Leroy Mangal all the way in NYC. Big up yourself, Leroy. I know you're working hard and doing your thing over there. Come home soon, brother. Matter of fact, everybody on Livewire, everybody who tunes into Livewire, I'm telling y'all from right now, book your tickets to 2025 because y'all coming home for elections. You understand? Plain and simple. So I'm just putting it out there now. You can't say you can get a warning. 2025 is elections. Start making preparations now. You understand me? Joan Abidjan joining us from Canada. Wazim, good morning to you. Daniel, Derek, Reni Prasad, morning to you. Sherwin Siram, Veena Ramkaran, Asif Hamad, good morning to you. Pushram Kishore. Pushram Kishore. Yeah, I think it's Pushram. Cecil Rampasad, morning to you. Neil Ramlukan from NYC in the building. Aliyah Mohammed in the building. Good morning to you. Hope you have a productive week as well. Good morning to Eunice Ragabir joining us from Canada. Oh, the president visits to Linden. Yeah, all that on the cards, Eunice. Who else we got here? Dial Sukram, morning to you, brother. You're in or you're out? You're at work or you're at home? Prasad Pati, morning to you. And we got another Derek here on the live. Rocky Habibullah, morning to you, joining us from Suriname. Big up Suriname. Suriname in the building. Lisa Balkaran, morning to you. Boy, who's this? Keith Benjamin, good morning. Derek Joseph, good morning. All the other people, if you didn't comment, I can't call your name because I ain't seen you. But good morning to all you guys. Please, again, share the live, share the live, share the live. So, as Eunice requested, let's first jump into the president. The president in Linden. And now that not visit, but the contract signing there in Linden for the new 4-lane that will join or make the commute from Winsboro to Mackenzie or from Mackenzie to Winsmore a little easier by adding 3 more lanes because currently there's only a single lane bridge there at the Winsmore Mackenzie Demerara crossing there. The president was up there for the contract signing, and I was so happy to see the president in full form. When I tell you last year, I was so, man, It shows the kind of president we have. Our president is not interested in where area voted for. He's interested in developing Guyanese, bringing ease to those persons living in these communities, right? That is the interest of our president and the government that serves under him. Morning to Krista Kurprasad, Taris O'Brien. Man, look, Pam, plenty like share. You understand me? The president even bust into a little Rastafarian thing there that he going on, connected with the roots. And that is what's important. The PNC is so disconnected from their grassroots. It's not even funny. Now, when I say disconnected from the grassroots, I mean they don't feed their supporters with anything that is tangible, anything to elevate them. It's just rhetoric, propaganda, and come out, protest and broke down for 5,000 and a cook up. Sometimes just a cook up, not even the 5,000, because things tight. You understand me? That is what's going on. Now, could you imagine that from that event, where Lindeners will benefit from a brand new 4-lane bridge? I don't even think I uploaded it, but I'm going to upload it right now. Because actually, I just remember it. That was one of the things I had to deal with too. Could you imagine that Lindeners, no, I think I had that in the phone, but I can put it up still. After Lindeners turn out to see their president, right? Aubrey Norton's president, Deron Adams' president, Sharma Solomon president, Irfan Ali, right? Because at the end of the day, despite how you vote, how you feel, whether you had diarrhea this morning or not, Irfan Ali is the president of Guyana. You as a Guyanese, he's your president, whether you like it or not, right? Now, imagine the coalition government was in power 2015 to 2020. Linden has historically voted in favor of the coalition. You understand me? The coalition did not do any major infrastructural project in Linden. To say, well, they do some fancy road, they build some facility that benefits the majority of Linden. Nothing of the sort, right? $97% of Lindeners will use this bridge when it's finished. I don't know if it's all. 97% of Lindeners will use this bridge when it's finished. And this is how Apostle London views his fellow Lindeners. I hope to God that Apostle London doesn't drive on this 4-lane bridge. I hope whatever business Apostle London doing, all the soupies in Linden stop supporting. You understand me? Because imagine, he couldn't lobby for a new bridge. He couldn't lobby for a new stadium. He couldn't lobby for the Linden Marlborough Road. He couldn't lobby for them to open the call center. He couldn't lobby for them to do 10,000 homes. Not 10,000, sorry, 1,000 homes in Linden. He couldn't lobby for any of that. Right? Now, a government is in place that the people put in place to effect change, because the persons who they were expecting to do it on their behalf, the coalition government, who claim to represent Afro-Guyanese, and Linden is predominantly Afro-Guyanese, were expecting the coalition government to do things to them, right? And they did nothing. So the cycle come around, the coalition get voted out, the PVP is in power, the PVP went to Linden, they're doing community roads, they're resurfacing the Linden, the Suzdijk Highway, They're doing the Linden to Mabura Road. They're doing over the bridge from Wismar to Mackenzie. They did the desalinization plant in Linden. They build over the LHC. They do Amelia's Ward. They do Block 22. All the schools, all the concrete schools that are public in Linden, all the concrete schools that are public in Linden, probably got private school in there, me know about them, but all the public schools that are concrete currently in Linden, built by the PPP, right? So imagine when Apostle Landon calling people soupy and saying that this is how Linden people does look when they see the vice president or the president. They heightened disrespect to Linden people. When this man couldn't, all the coalition programs that he appearing on, could not lobby for any of the things that I listed there for you, because none of them were done under the coalition. You understand me? None of them were done under the coalition. And mind you, this same man got less votes than the people living in the house of voting age. So he got to be including some of them too. You understand me? Because they are suppies as well. They are driving on the roads that the PPP is built. They are using the facilities. If they're school-going age, they're using the facilities that the PPP has enhanced. They are benefiting. This wretch Apostle Landon is benefiting from a because we care that his PNC government take away from Linden families to benefit the youth of Linden. You understand me? He is collecting for whoever charity got school going age that money, and got the nerve when the president is in Linden to talk that foolishness about soupy and that nonsense. Mind you, y'all see the amount of persons who turn out there. And we talking like when PNC literally bust a whole set of people into Linden for their rally. Y'all see the reception the president and the vice president just get from Region 10 people. I mean, even looking at Linden alone no more. Just look at the event. They start turning for that bridge, right? Just look at the event. You think if Lindeners weren't appreciative of the president, they would have sit down and clappy and cheer for he like that? You ever see Sharma Solomon on a podium in Linden getting the kind of support from people who in laced in a green jersey and high on the Kool-Aid from Congress Place? No, you don't see that reception. And as a matter of fact, there was a video circulating on Facebook of we by Granger getting chased out of Linden. They say they want he's an anti-man, all kind of thing they say in the video. Now me, that's what they say in the video. You understand? That's what they say in the video. So you can imagine. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on that too much. Got a lot of things to discuss this morning. Guys, today there'll be the South turning again. There'll be another South turning on Brickdam for the new Division A headquarters. Most likely I'll be streaming that. I'm not guaranteeing it, but most likely I'll stream it. But the president will be there for that South turning, right? And that's to show you that somebody on Facebook talks something about elections is next year. Look at all these things that have been happening since 2020, August, when the president took over. So you're telling me the president, the campaign is since 2020, doing all these things, restoring because we keep taking off all them taxes. And we can come to RB now. I can interview us, see, do it with this Marvin Williams. But this is happening today, and this is the artist impression of the facility that will be on Brick Dam and house the headquarters for a division, right? Let me get the developmental stuff out the way. Also, the president, whilst he was in New Amsterdam, turning the sod for the new New Amsterdam hospital and campus, he did visit Palmyra to see the progress on the Palmyra Stadium that is being constructed. I think, yeah, the Palmyra Stadium that is being constructed. So he was meeting with contractors and seeing where the project is and how it is progressing, right? This was started, I think, in 2021. So I'm wondering what this got to do with elections. You understand me? This government has been continuously upgrading infrastructure, putting systems in place so Guyanese can benefit from Guyana's resources without issue, right? But you would never hear the coalition tell you the truth about what's going on and the fact that they did nothing. And now they're pretending they got all sorts of answers to every problem that Guyanese are facing. We don't want to hear it, Dread. We don't want to hear it, Aubrey. We don't want to hear it. You guys get away from here, man. Beer nonsense. You understand me? Beer nonsense. Now, I saw this here on Joel Bagwadin's page. And it's good when Joel is like Vishal, right? Joel got real good memory. And the good thing about it is everything now is technology. So you could pull up these things any place, anytime without any issue, right? And we saw David Patterson and a couple other people talking about projects that are being executed now were the brainchild of the coalition. Now, before I even get into that, for you to have a brainchild, you have to have a brain. You have to have a brain. So how you could got a brainchild and you got no brain? David Patterson, the pistolero, is the only public infrastructure minister, along with the Guyanese hypocrite, right, that could safely say they have no major infrastructural project that they can look at and say, well, yes, under my tenure, I did this to Guyana. Guyanese can be forever grateful because I was able to get this done. You understand me? They can't say it. Now, as back to Joel. So Joel was making it clear, sharing with us that the Linden Mabura Road was not a plan of the coalition government, right? This Linden Mabura Road development was actually conceptualized between 1994 and 1996 via the 1996 National Development Strategy by the PPPC, right? By the PPPC. Now, the 1996 National Development Strategy was led by the then president. Well, sorry, no. He was finance minister at the time, Dr. Barry Jagdeo. Right? So here on your screen, you can see a snippet. Right? You can see a snippet of what the plan was. Now, you remember I say this here get conceptualized between 94 and 96 and was supposed to get started by 2010. Y'all looking at what's going on here? A new 4-lane highway connecting Georgetown to the existing Suzac Linden Highway. Is that being done? Because we got the 4-lane from Rumvelt coming up to Diamond already, and it continuing going down, right? Plus, you got the bypass that's supposed to be going there as well. So it might be a little late, but still, it is still in work in progress. You understand? It's still work in progress. A widening of the East Bank Road between La Penitence and Peters Hall. Done. A complete highway linking Linden by way of Mabura, Upakari, Anai, Good Hope, Letem to Brazil, across the Takatu, in progress. You understand me? And you could continue down there. It's all there for you to see. It is all there for you to see. Even let me go all the way down to the last one. A 2-lane road between Itabali and Ittering Bank, and a bridge across the CUNY River to link Guyana, to link the Guyana road system with that of Venezuela. You understand? So there was a whole plan to integrate everything, so people had free movement and all kind of thing. And I bet you, they could take this last one here and say, Chat, you the one give Guyana to Venezuela since then. But you all know of the bridge that should be built connecting Suriname and Guyana. We all know of the Takatu Bridge that connects Guyana and Brazil. So it is not anything strange for countries to make connectivity between the two easier. Nothing strange at all. But I wanted to put this out here because the coalition continues to go around and lie about these projects, especially the Pistolero and Annette, Annette the Guyanese hypocrite. They continue to go around and lie about these things. And they have not shown any solid evidence to say, okay, this project here was conceptualized. Look, this is the concept. Look, it's by me, David Patterson. You understand me? You could have pissed any signature at the bottom or something. But we're not seeing anything of that sort. We're just hearing wild accusations about projects that these people could not implement themselves. You understand me? You hear people talking about, oh my goodness, poor infrastructure, and what infrastructure did they do? And when did they start doing it? The most action Guyanese got out of the coalition government was post no confidence motion. Right? After they lost the no confidence motion, they swung into gear, trying to do a road here, trying to do a thing there. You understand me? Just because they had to go back to the polls and they wanted the support of Lindeners. Now, let me show you this here. Now, we are in 2024. All these things are pre-2020. They either start, they finish, or ongoing. You understand me? Let me look at Linden and what has been happening up there.
Since 2020, under the PPPC government, Guyana has embarked on a path of national transformation, ushering in a new wave of progress and development. In Region 10, this transformation is visibly unfolding, one project at a time, from the Promise 1,000 Homes initiative to the pioneering soybean plantation in the savannah, from the revitalization of community roads and pathways to the reopening of the call center. Each step reflects our commitment to growth. The first leg of the Linden to Lethem Highway and the upcoming 4-lane Mackenzie-Wismer Bridge are testament to the new transformational journey of Linden. The opposition APNU-AFC would have you believe these developments are their brainchild. However, the records paint a different story. Between 2015 and 2018, communities like Linden, Ituni, and Kokwani saw no significant progress. The savannas remained untouched. and the people were neglected. It was only in the wake of the no-confidence motion against the coalition that hurried plans emerged. A rush proposal for a two-lane bridge and the distribution of prime lands to elite party members. Let's be honest, the bridge was an election gimmick, as there were issues surrounding design feasibility. But the people of Linden and Region 10 deserve more than hasty 11th hour considerations. They deserve respect and thoughtful planning. Under the Dr. Muhammad Irfan Ali leadership, the development agenda for the region, initiated in his first year, pledges steady and fair empowerment for every resident of Region 10. One Guyana.
So that's just a little video to give you an idea of what I'm talking about, right? So after the no confidence motion was passed, the coalition kicked into gear, trying to do things in Linden. Give a set of land to Lowenfield, not the people of Linden. You ask any former housing minister from the coalition government, because they had a few, they're switching them up. They're popping them, switching them like if you're switching between the Skittles colors. You understand me? Switching. How many house lots were distributed to Lindeners? Middle, low income, young professional, high-end house lot, wherever it is. How many, right? The government, the Irfan Ali-led government came into office. The coalition didn't know Linden needed a labor office. The coalition didn't know about Washington Road. The coalition didn't know about all of them roads. They didn't go on campaign in Amelia's Ward and see all them bad roads in there to get them fixed. They didn't know about them things. They didn't know about Lindeners having to travel every day from Linden to town to look for work, as they didn't really had work in Linden. To create part-time jobs, to get the call center reopened, to create an environment so that people in Linden, money can start circulating, be able to employ their fellow Lindeners. I would just like to know if they didn't see all these things to fix in Linden. And what happened is just where I sparse Lindeners that you didn't want to fix it. So the president was well received in Linden, and Lindeners are welcoming that 4-lane bridge that will be there, that will link the two sides of the river, and will also take them to that nice smooth road that will take them out of Linden to Mabura, onto Anai and all the other places mentioned, eventually ending there at the Takatu Bridge, wherever the asphalt connects. But that is the plan of the government, to make sure that the citizens benefit from whether it be infrastructure, education, health, agriculture, whatever it is. You understand me? Now, moving on. I saw a TikTok auntie make a next video with housing, with some Miss Albert or something like that. And she was a little more reserved this time. But the tone that she took, no, it's the Afro-Guyanese lady. And she wanted to know where is plantation something. Now, TikTok auntie, let me say this to you, roundabout. First of all, I think you should go back to your, caregiving profession, right? I understand Guyanese and people like stupidness, so there's look at you. But go back to your caregiving profession. Because I seriously don't understand to what end, right? To what end? What's the end result of your video? Now, in the last video, I downloaded it to show you. I downloaded it. I not think. Now, in the last video, she took a very authoritative stance. I thought it's the president talking to the minister of housing, the ministers. You understand me? Now, mind you, I'm saying that if this lady has an issue, it could be dealt with. I think that lady needs to go to the Ministry of Housing to seek guidance on how to deal with the situation that she's in. Rhonda Bob can't help nobody. Whether somebody else own your house lot with you, whether you had a house lot and it disappear, you're hungry, Rhonda Bob cannot help anyone, especially here in Guyana. Rhonda can't do it. More so in a government here. Rhonda is. I'm wondering, Miss Albert, the lady who got the housing problem. What, right? What you going to Rhonda Bob? How is that helping you to sort out your land situation? With Rhonda Bob making herself an idiot on Facebook, on TikTok or whatever platform she's using. How is that helping you sort out your land situation? You ain't look at Rhonda Bob and Miss Lalbachan's story. Just like you, Miss Albert, Miss Lalbachan had all she receipts. And it turned out Miss Lalbachan sell she land. And now coveting somebody else's land. And run to Rhonda to create a scene like a victim. And getting the ministry involved in your stupidness after the ministry do the work. Right? The ministry do the work. Allocate a lot. And next application go in. And next allocation was made. They go and find she living on some reserve. She claimed the land is she own now too. Now, oh God, the system finally working and pop up. Hey, wrong. Right? The system pop up and say, hey, this here wrong. You can't the here and then you apply here and can't work. And then even pleasing to Bob and the rest of them. Now here she is again with another lady. She ain't sure we no bill of sale. Well, she said she post some receipts on her Facebook. I ain't see them. But Rhonda go back to home care. You understand me? You were trying to be the female Guyanese critic, cussing and Guyana and thing. But at least critic does his research. He's got the information. So even if he tackling an issue, he don't investigate. He call the right people. He don't know what's going on. You just talking, well, you're just talking. You're just talking. And your videos, your posts, doesn't have an impact on the president, the minister of housing, the permanent secretary, the guard at the president gate, the close man, them children going to school today for the first day of school for the year. It impacts no one. Nobody cares, Rhonda. And Miss Albert, nobody cares about what Rhonda said. Rhonda got no impact on nobody. You think, Miss Albert, that the Ministry of Housing giddy up this morning to look after your story because of Rhonda video? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. If you think that Sherwin Greaves, Minister Kroll, Minister Rodriguez, at the ministry at 6 a.m. this morning to look into your matter because Rhonda made a video, you are sadly mistaken. So, Miss Albert, I'm not saying you don't have a genuine problem. I'm saying you need to revise your approach because, and this is in general to people, and as I say, I share the live so that people in general could get this information. Having Rhonda Bob articulate your problem in the way that she's doing it is not in your best interest, right? I heard she was talking something, but some car will get stripped. What will that do? Rhonda Bob is a police. She's worked with the DPP office. She's worked with consumer affairs. What complaining to Rhonda Bob? Who ain't living in Guyana, she ain't working in Guyana. No say. So again, I'm asking persons in general, if you have issues, highlight them to people who can help you. Not highlight it to, and Rhonda was also saying or insinuating that the They put this lady behind God back some way in some plantation. And no, Rhonda, just let me say this to you. And if anybody is friends with Rhonda, just tag she in the video. Let she know talking she need. I want you to come for me. I want you to come for me. Rhonda, let me say this to you. If you didn't know, because the last time you were here, according to you, a bush truck carry you back to the airport or something like that. You have to, you want family they want to carry you back to the airport because the story was you be waiting on some vehicle and the trucks them passing fast and all kind of thing, right? So your family didn't even want to carry you back to the airport. So let me explain this to you, Rhonda. So this government has been building bypass roads and those kind of things. But what these roads do is open up a whole host of land that was not accessible before. It was there, but not accessible. So now you have land for industrial purposes, right? Along the East Bank, along the East Coast and those places. You have land for residential purpose and that kind of thing. So Rhonda, don't be an idiot. When you build a new road, right? You get access to land that was not previously accessed before. And guess what? If you're building a housing scheme in any area that has not been accessed before, might not have a official name for that area, you can name it, right? So they could have a scheme name, Scheme Run the Bob. I didn't know about it. They mean it didn't exist, idiot. How stupid could you be? And you overseas. How stupid could you be? You never hear about plantation, wherever it called. You look, the road that is coming from Crane to Schooner, that has opened up a whole set of land that wasn't accessible before. How stupid can you be? And that is why I said, go back to home care because you are good at that, right? You are good at that. What we should call yourself, the people's journalist. You're the people's idiot. And of course, if you want, you could get the shit. I won't get it. I can't stand your voice. They're going to turn me off. You try it. You understand? But that is how, that is what I'm explaining to you, Rhonda. Don't be stupid. Once you're building new roads and highways, it will bring access to more areas. Because the coalition didn't do that, you couldn't have heard about new communities being established. You understand? You could have heard about new communities being established. An idiot. I think Diamond used to be called Plantation Diamond or whatever it is. They got quite a few places that got the plantation name on it. It has no meaning in relation to race. Stupid Rhonda Bob. TikTok auntie. Home care auntie. Right? So, again, I did do more research if you want to be the people's journalist, right? And not when anybody tell you anything, you run on a live. Hey, y'all. Well, this one is for the Ministry of Housing. And y'all are going to fix this. Who listening to you? Who listening to you, Rand? Who care about you? You think Minister Crow and Minister Rodriguez, oh God, run the talk about me? Oh, no, nobody cares. Nobody cares. And again, I will say this, Rhonda. The majority of Guyanese looking at you, they're not looking at you for information. They're looking at you for entertainment. You understand? They're looking at you for entertainment because they know you're stupid. Even your fellow Guyanese overseas at you, they know you're stupid. You know how much of them just message and tell you, make up put random business out there. But you know how much message and tell me about you? But I don't really depend on the cuss out thing. I want you come for me. Then. But Rhonda, catch yourself, hold a focus, right? And try to engage in better journalism. If you're saying that, indeed you are the people's journalist, right? Please. Now, to the main event, the PNC. And I know it might seem like we've been talking about them all the time, but it's something special. It's something special we got to deal with. It's something special we got to deal with, people. And it seems that this guy, Marvin Williams, continues to show us how stupid he could be. I don't want to find too much awards to them because I'm trying to keep this program within a certain lane. But this fret you. So Marvin Williams had the leader of the opposition. That mightn't be the leader of the opposition for much longer. And the topic is the outlook for 2024. So let me get into it. I want y'all to listen to some of the foolishness that has come out of these guys. And remind y'all, especially those persons overseas, why I said, y'all come home and vote. Despite I am saying, I find it very hard to believe that the coalition government, although they claim the breakup, you notice they're still using the branding AP and UFC TV and them kind of thing. It is highly unlikely these people win the 2025 elections. But just to make sure, I'm telling y'all, come home and vote. Y'all come home and vote because this level of stupidity from Aubrey C. Norton, we don't need at Shivnarai Chanchapal. Right? We don't need it there. Right? These people embarrass us enough in 2020. We don't need that kind of embarrassment. But that was on an international scale too. We don't need a kind of embarrassment again. I'm going to leave it there. Right? Let me run the video. Okay, meaning off.
The sources from oil and gas.
I don't know if it's me internet is the live stream terrible.
They taxed it.
Let's hold on. Why are you from the beginning? Because from the get-go,
the government has no interest.
From the get-go, right?
For Sunday.
It's bare stupidness. Let me go.
From wherever you're joining us to Nation Watch, today is the 7th of January 2024. It's the first Sunday of January, first Sunday of 2024. We move closer and closer to regional and national elections, and we maintain our call for a clean voters list as we approach elections.
They maintain and call for clean voters list. They maintain and call for clean voters list. We are maintaining the call to show us your bloody SOPs. That's the call we're maintaining. You want clean voters list? You didn't know the list was clean when the same list that was used at not this last LG, the LG before. The same list that they went into the 2020 elections with. Right? And you calling for clean list? Show we clean SOPs. And that's what I tell you, the stupidness that start right from the beginning with these banners. Right? Right from the beginning, you talking about clean voters list and it campaigning for a dead person to come and vote. You forget on it being in the burying ground campaigning with the dead people there.
Our country is in crisis. I don't know if a Happy New Year is an appropriate wish, but I do.
So like I said, from the beginning, our country is in crisis. With the COVID-19 crisis, the George Norton drug ban crisis, the Vaughn Lawrence only giving work to PNC people crisis, the Christopher Jones barbershop crisis. That's what we're talking about. The no development in Linden June 2015 to 2020 crisis. What crisis this country could be in that this idiot talking about? Guy needs finding work. Housing, people getting the house slap. The youth population getting educated. They get a little help with it because we care. The taxes that y'all put on get taken off, so the people got more spending power. Our resources actually getting managed with sense after y'all sign a stupid contract. Y'all got idiot like Elson Lowe talking about using interest to give a higher salary increase. When the salary increase that was given for 2023 is more than the blasted interest in the oil that is idiot talking about, Elson idiot Lowe. And he's an economist. These people will sit in front of you and lie to you bare-faced without any issue. Marvin Williams talking about crisis. You are in crisis, comrade. You are in crisis. More so the person sitting across from you. Let me continue.
Who pray God's blessings on.
You don't know if to wish people a happy new year? The president, sorry, people, let me play the video.
All of us, wherever we may be, as we move on through 2020. Today we'll be looking at 2024, and with me in studio here at Congress Place is Mr. Aubrey Compton Norton, MP, leader of the People's National.
Sorry, he made a mistake. It's Aubrey Comic Norton. You hear me? Aubrey Comic Norton. Marvin made a mistake because he's a bloody comic. Aubrey Clown Norton. That is what the C is for.
Congress Reform and leader of the opposition, who has taken time off to join us. Welcome, sir.
Well, let me start by saying Happy New Year to all Guyanese. I've chosen to wish them all the best rather than Happy New Year.
Gosh, you know why I like the Livewire viewers? Shakila Bridge. Look what Shakila's saying. Right? Before we continue, this is a major point here. Right? This is the same list. Marvin asked for a clean voters list. Yet, this is the same list that they are holding on, that they won the 2020 elections with. This is the same list that they are saying that they got petition and they holding on to SOP and they want to show nobody. The same list is the same list that they're saying they get thief, the PVP thief the election with. Thank you, Shakila. Thank you, these flapping people.
Because I'm not so sure it's going to be happy. Let me say thanks for having me.
How Aubrey Norton could speak on happiness? How Aubrey Norton could speak on happiness? Aubrey Norton is the de facto minister of misery. Y'all look at Aubrey Norton's face. When you see happiness on it, at what point you see happiness on Aubrey Norton's face? Huh? Aubrey Norton children walking with you for years now and never see Aubrey Norton smile. Years Aubrey Norton children walking with him and they have never seen him smile. How he can tell you about happiness and prosperity? Aubrey Norton never bring happiness and prosperity to a soul in his life. Not a soul. How we can ask him to comment on happiness? Right? So he didn't see the live with the president and them people in Linden. So he thinks that is misery. Right? He didn't see how them people running to hug the president and clapping for the president when the president dropping, lashing Devon Adams, not remembering Devin Sears, and shouting out Jeremy Figueroa. So that was funny as hell. So the man said, I see MP Figueroa and the chairman, he's not walking out. And then they had Devin Sears, a complete waste in Linden from the AFC. Devin Sears has accomplished nothing, you hear me, as a member of parliament. Even his speeches are trash. Devin cannot say to you, this is what I've accomplished in Linden 2015 to 2020. This is what I do. Right? Complete waste. The president said, "By me really know all these other people here. Me all these other people here, but see chairman and see Figgy Piggy. Because you don't know his story. You understand? And the chairman, Deron Adams, could have done nothing for the Lindeners because he don't feel the potholes in the blasted Kong's the government Land Cruiser and the RDC there that he driving around the place. He don't feel them pothole. He's in the Land Cruiser doing the things. He got time with y'all. You think Deron Adams got time with y'all? Y'all best catch yourself. Y'all best catch yourself.
Mr. Norton, straight down to business as always. In 2023, there was a substantive budget and I believe 3 supplementals. In 2023, there was a national vote of in excess of 900 billion Guyana dollars. But in that package of 900 billion Guyana dollars plus, the People's Progressive Party government could only find 5 million Guyana dollars to deal with 5 billion Guyana dollars to deal with the cost of living, to bring ease, to bring relief to the people of this country, the public servants of this country, and could only find space for 6.5% salary and wage increase for the public sector workers. Speak to this issue of the government's approach to our public service, to our citizenry generally, as it relates to the budgetary vote and who's getting what out of this, since pots remain, almost empty across.
Full of shit. Marvin Williams is a blasted fool. Now let me speak to it before RB Norton talk. He can talk a bunch of nonsense and get me even more vexed. Again, Marvin, it's 6.5 because the rest went to the roads that you're driving on. The rest went to your grandchildren because we care. And I can't doubt you got children in school age. Your grandchildren, them collecting it because we care. That's where the rest went. Right? The hot meals, that's where the rest went. The flapping, I mentioned the roads? Yes, I mentioned the roads. The 12 new hospitals that the government is building, that is where it went. The investment in the agricultural sector to diversify it, that is where it went. Idiot. And RB Norton wouldn't know that to say that to you because he's more stupid than you.
Across the country.
The life of the ordinary Guyanese has gotten worse under the PPP. The budget is released by...
Listen to me, people. How many ordinary Guyanese y'all see on my program Community Talk? And again, y'all must check it out, please. Check out my program Community Talk. These are not fat cat Guyanese living in some big mansion somewhere in Providence like the Guyanese hypocrite, right? Or in Friendship, like Granger Danger. You understand me? It's not like that. Those are regular grassroots Guyanese from All Boys Town, Lane Avenue, Sideline Dam, Pond Trench, Albertown, Queenstown, Kingston, Sapphire, Industry, Monrepo, Pleasance. All of those are regular Guyanese. All of those are regular grassroots Guyanese, right? And all of those Guyanese have spoken to me and said, we like what the government doing, at least we're getting something now. So Aubrey Norton can stifle his conscience as much as he wants, right? There are more small contractors now of Afro descent than any time under the PNC, AFC, APNU, wherever you want to call yourself. You hear me? More Afro-Guyanese contractors now under the PPP and at any point under the PNC. You hear me? There are more Afro-Guyanese benefiting from housing, right, under the PPP than any time under the PNC, APNU, AFC, whatever. Tulsiram Chede don't deal with TikTok and you come late, champ. But yeah, under any time. At what point our agriculture sector was campaigning at this rate under the PNC? At what point we had a booming agriculture sector under the PNC? Anytime the PNC in power, it always comes back down to stress, heartache, no money. That guy who made the video, and I'm sorry I come off of this here, but we can go a little over time today. The same gentleman who made the video talking, I said a tattoo on his face and thing. And you know why I always mention him? Because one, I know him, I won't say personally. We know each other. We shout at each other in passing, but we don't like. We used to work at NCN under the PPP, right? For whatever reason, he and the job decided to part ways. I don't think he was fired though. This man campaigned with Simona Brooms. You hear me? Campaign, rally with them. He's literally live on the head of Norton, and she's live round the corner in the big house, which ain't want nobody to go and fish in the area there. Campaign for Simona Brooms, and people rally, wear the green and yellow, like the hair ain't good. They wear green and yellow till the teeth edge them. You hear what I'm telling you? They wear it till the teeth edge them. And when the coalition government go in the man say it itself, he can't get no work. When they go to them for help, they coming out the gate. And he said, no, I'm in the PPP. Even if we party full, at least it got something inside. And that's why I want them remember Marvin and Arby need to scroll social media and see how persons are benefiting and are happy. They ain't the happiest. Everything is perfect. But God damn it, sir. It is better than before. It is better than what we had with Granger. You know, is it to go to your president and you can actually feel it and it's not a thin piece of cardboard with a little thing holding it up at the bottom? You know, is it to see you ministers and you president and your vice president come into your community and you gotta run to the office helter skelter? You know it when you president come into your community and a week after almost every issue that you identify, rectify? When you could have heard about Granger? Y'all remember Lane Avenue, how they chase them campaigning people out of Lane Avenue? At the last election, they chased them out. Them people couldn't even drive straight out and turn off the speaker. They had to reverse out of Lane Avenue. They had to reverse, and I want people to remember these things. I want this idiot Aubrey not to remember that, because those people are Afro-Guyanese that support you, idiot, and you did nothing for them. Now, it's the PVP who come in there and effect change. New road, new steps, enhancement initiative to better their homes. You understand? Them range houses that y'all built decades ago. And y'all in 2015 to 2020 ain't do nothing to rehabilitate them for the people, nothing. It's the same bar Jagdio that you hate and cussing every day. Conceptualize in his brain. I don't know why I keep forgetting to put on this fan. Conceptualize in his brain an idea to bring relief to those people there at Lane Avenue. That you, idiot Aubrey Norton, who was an actual advisor to the president, and this idiot Marvin Williams, who in the party for eons and could not suggest to him, hey, let's look after those persons who or those areas that voted for us. Me even tell you operate like the PPP. Me even tell you to operate like the PPP and just fix everywhere. All I'm saying is that you could have at least do something for the places that voted for you. All the places I called before, including Linden, New Amsterdam, wherever, whoever does vote for y'all. No, I don't. And will never, I could never support this idiocy on the screen watching each other there. Right? But let me go back to it. I tell you how we're going a little over time.
Which you allocate resources. And when you look at the resources allocated to the working man, you will recognize that the government has no interest in ordinary people. You mentioned the 6.5 wage increase. Now, the 6.5 wage increase is a clear indication that they have no interest in getting people out of poverty.
So here is what I'm trying to find out. What was the clear indication that the coalition was interested in getting people out of poverty? This is what I'm trying to find out. What initiatives did the coalition put forward that were aimed at getting people out of poverty? You cannot say it to me. The people looking at me can't say it to me. And guess what? Aubrey Norton can't say it too. Because the most we can remember is planting chips and cook up. All the scholarships that were supposed to benefit Guyanese to help them uplift themselves, upskill themselves, used to go to the ministers and the family. They give a salary increase as soon as they reach into office. So instead of they get that 50% to the public servants that they're claiming they love so much, who've been in the public service for years serving, as soon as they come into government after 23 years, that's the first thing that they do, increase the pay. And did the Guyanese public get any kind of benefit from that increase in salary for the coalition ministers and members of parliament? Did we see more roads? Did we see properly sized houses? Or did we see foul coops? Did we get the scales for the Harbor Bridge? Did we overpay for trucks? Because remember, this increase was supposed to stop corruption. It was supposed to stop Patterson from overpaying for the trucks. It was supposed to stop Patterson from taking an unsolicited feasibility study for a 1 trillion idiot of a harbor bridge crossing to cabinet. It was supposed to stop people like Sherrod Duncan from spending all the money at Chronicle, buying chairs instead of foolishness. It was supposed to stop Cathy Hughes from signing checks to her own company. It was supposed to stop Cathy from walking with $2 million on every outreach. It was supposed to stop George Norton from renting a barn for millions of dollars a month to house condoms and a few expired drugs. It was supposed to stop Aubrey Norton from crashing up the government Land Cruiser when he was the advisor for youth at the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sport, or whatever they changed the name at the time. I can't remember. Right? That increase to those MPs and ministers was supposed to stop all of that. All of that. Like Roy Anders says, that. It's supposed to stop all of that. But it didn't. It didn't stop it. It's the same old PNC we had to deal with. It was supposed to stop the Guyanese hypocrite from building that house in 5 years. Where do you get that money from, Guyanese hypocrite? Where you get that money from, Guyanese hypocrite? Where? We want to know. It was supposed to stop Valerie Patterson from giving her husband contract for building her house. Conflict of interest, Valo. Right? The 50% increase that Joseph Harmon had no apologies for. Right? Was supposed to stop all of that. It was supposed to stop Joe from jumping on the plane with them Chinese and flying all over and collecting the money and selling out the country. Right? So, listen. The things that the coalition choose to talk about, they pretend like they don't remember their track record. Or it is so long ago that we forget that these people had an opportunity to make an impact on the lives of Guyanese. And any Guyanese you talk to will tell you, during the coalition time, it wasn't no bed of roses. Things were tight. Things were tight. And I dare say tighter than Rickford Borough pants. And you know this tight. There's blood restricting tightness. You understand? Blood restricting tightness that going on during the period. And that's what people got to remember. So when you see people like Aubrey Norton and this idiot Marvin Williams, y'all must comment on it, the program that they tell you are stupid because they didn't do anything for these areas that they claim to love and the people who they claim suffering right now. And again, just as the vice president said, public servants don't make up the majority of Guyanese society. What about the other persons in this society that have to benefit? The youth that got get it because we care. All the people who got get public assistance. The people who now getting dialysis money. All the grants to support small businesses. This idiot Aubrey Norton talking foolishness.
Because they know full well that 6.5% is next to nothing.
Aubrey, you know about sustainability? Somebody could tell me anything that Aubrey Norton runs successfully? Could anybody tell me a small business, a tuck shop, a sweetie stand, anything that Aubrey Norton has run successfully? Bamba Mali. Thank you, Asif. Indeed, he's run that ward successfully.
Compared against the rate of inflation, it is ridiculous. Compared against the kind of income we're getting from oil and gas, it is ridiculous.
And that's the thing too.
But
over and over, we hear the president, we hear the vice president, we hear them talking about, firstly, the majority of the funds that are being used to move Guyana forward, they're not coming from oil and gas only. Right? And if persons decide to take the line that Aubrey Norton and them are taking, most likely we're going to deplete the NRF. You understand? Because the increases that Aubrey Norton are talking about are unsustainable. So again, you see that Aubrey them have no idea in terms of planning and having a sustainable plan. It's the typical attitude of spend it all now and done. And that's not what Guyanese want. Guyanese want their resources to last. Guyanese want their oil resources, or at least they want to see tangible things from the oil resources. And mind you, all the traditional sectors are still performing. What you laid by? Padmore, this hour, 912. All the traditional sectors are still performing. Every single one still performing. All those sectors that were failing under the coalition government. Right? All those traditional sectors. So you remember when forestry was in turmoil under the coalition, gold production gone down, farmers in farming, nothing in Guyana. All them people pick back up. All those sectors pick back up again. And this guy here sitting down talking about misery. I know I get nobody no happy new year because you ain't gonna know if you're gonna be happy. Your sons are not happy. They're hot and confined. They want to be free. Release them to the world, Aubrey. You have your sons them under restraint. Lose them, Aubrey. Let them go. And I dare say you'll be a better person for it because I'm sure that's what got you angry. Anybody who cheering under them kind of pressure, they go vex. You understand? Anybody cheering who under them kind of pressure, they can be vexed. Or I don't know if you collect any 40,000 for them. What is it, 80,000? That's his two grown sons you got there. So if you're collecting it, I suggest you collect it because Annette collecting it. It's not enough. Whilst it filling a hole, for Annette, it can't do. But you collect it if you're collecting it. There's 80,000 for them children. Hopefully you could go and get them a cut. Look, it's trouble. Y'all, it's trouble. Anyway, guys, that's all the time I have today. Don't forget, they got the start turning for the new Breakdown Police Station, which will be happening today. Let me check the time. I done with Aubrey. Me able to go through the whole thing there with you. These people just try to stress you out. Right, so that's at okay, so that's supposed to be going on now. I see it's from 9. Anyway, so guys, that's gonna be happening today. Also, what's happening today? Something else was happening I need to let y'all know about. Oh man. Hey, don't worry with them sons supposed to start school age. Them son gotta get a 40,000. Let me take this man off this screen. Something else I was supposed to tell y'all, you know. Oh, yeah, we're going live from a lot of sweating by. We're going live from City Hall today, as normal. They got statutory meeting today. So we'll be coming live from City Hall so you guys can get a blow-by-blow of how City Hall performs. I can't even explain it to you. Because really and truly, I don't know what really happening there. Right? I see the mayor being playing red light, green light the other day instead of sorting out the issues in the city. But again, like I said, we'll be going live from City Hall today, so you guys could hear how interested some of these councillors are in moving the city forward and dealing with some of the issues in the city. I remind you, the drainage work that happened during the Christmas period, central government. So please, don't think City Hall or your taxes getting put to good use or nothing. City Hall don't even have a good system to show that you actually pay your taxes. And I think citizens should be up in arms about that. Because those who are actually paying taxes, their records might reflect that you won't pay nothing and you might end up in a problem. So if you're living in Georgia, you go and check on your taxes, your rates and taxes. Go and check on it because you might be surprised. You understand? I don't have anybody visit the underworld over the weekend. Hey, and Kosi's problems, you know. And Kosi's problems. This banner, I had no, this guy in the comments talking of a set of stupidness. I don't know if y'all been in the underworld, but the underworld was dark this weekend. Dark. Listen, folks, y'all be careful when y'all traversing in the underworld. You understand me? You could come across things that might just foul up your whole spirit. for 2024. And hey, listen, I ain't got nothing against America, but like when people go over there, the mind is open up to a whole lot of new things, right? A whole lot of new. And Kosi Soma said GPL giving a lot of blackout. You gotta check that out for her. That is how be. Check it out. Soma, why to start on the blackout issue. Anyway, guys, that's all the time I got for today. I heading out to here. Have a safe, productive day. Remember, the kids still on the road. The kids are back on the roads again. School has reopened, and I know the Ministry of Housing has been preparing for that, so they're on the ball as usual. Minister Manik Chan, always on top of things, never lapsing, never sleeping, always ready, always going, doing what she was mandated to do. And matter of fact, before I go, I noticed Coretta McDonald attacking Minister Manichan's PA. I was supposed to deal with that last week, but I will deal with it this week because I like the fact that the young lady didn't run scared. You understand me? Tit for tat with Coretta. Tit for tat. And she got your facts too. So Coretta, get as usual. Get. As a matter of fact, I feel like I deal with that Thursday after Coretta show on Wednesday. Rich. Anyway, Aganya, take care. Remember, it's all about peace, love, one Guyana.
Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey. Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana